The fear of missing out. FOMO. We've all seen them. Those ticking clocks. The red banners screaming, limited stock. First up, the granddaddy of them all. The fear of missing out. This isn't just advertising. It's psychological warfare on your wallet. You're casually scrolling, and suddenly, a countdown timer appears next to a pair of sneakers you didn't even know existed 5 seconds ago. Your brain starts sweating. What if everyone else gets them? What if they're the coolest thing ever and you're left out? The advertiser knows that humans are tribal creatures. We hate being the only one without the shiny object. So they artificially create scarcity. It's not a sale, it's a race. They're not selling a product, they're selling the relief of not being left behind. And that relief, my friend, costs $89.99 plus tax. You don't need it, but your lizard brain is already reaching for the credit card. The sunk cost fallacy. This one is nasty because it uses your own money against you. Picture this. You're booking a flight. The base price is $300. But wait, for just $50 more, you can get premium economy, a bit more legroom. For another $40, you can choose your seat. For $30, you get priority boarding. Suddenly, that $300 flight costs $420. Why? Because you've already committed to the $300. Advertisers know that once you've made a mental commitment to spend the big chunk, you're more willing to throw small chunks at it. It's like buying a cheap coffee table and then spending more on the delivery than the table itself. You justify it by saying, well, I'm already spending the money anyway. That's the hook. They don't want you to compare the final price to the value. They want you to compare the extra price to the existing price. And in that comparison, $40 seems like nothing. Except it's not nothing. It's a new video game. But hey, at least you'll board the plane 5 minutes earlier. The illusion of bulk savings. Ah, the warehouse club special. You walk in for a single roll of toilet paper and walk out with a pallet that could supply a small army. The visual is always the same, a gigantic, almost comically oversized box of cereal next to a tiny, sad-looking regular box. The price per ounce? Lower. But here's the trick. You don't need 72 ounces of cereal. You need maybe 12. They turn a $3 purchase into a $12 purchase by making you feel like a savvy economist. You're not saving money, you're spending money on a logistical problem. Where do you even store 72 rolls of toilet paper? In the bathtub? The advertiser wins because they moved a ton of product in one transaction. You lose because that $10 bag of chips will go stale before you even open the second inner bag. They've convinced you that buying more is the only way to win. But in reality, you're just paying for the illusion of a good deal. The Pseudo-Science Bluff. This is for the skincare and supplement aisle. You see a pristine white lab coat. You see someone holding a beaker of glowing blue liquid. The language gets fancy. Nanoparticles, bioluminescent extract, derma-grade peptides. You have no idea what any of that means, but it sounds expensive and smart. Advertising loves to dress up in a white coat because we trust science. They use charts that show a line going up, even if the chart doesn't have a label. They throw in vague percentages. Clinically proven to reduce the appearance of, notice they never say, cure. It's designed to overwhelm your rational brain with jargon. You aren't buying a cream, you're buying a degree in chemistry. You think, well, I don't understand it, but those scientists look smart, so it must work. And just like that, you've paid $60 for a bottle of moisturizer that's essentially the same as the $10 one, just with a fancier name and a fake QR code that leads to a landing page. The Emotional Hijack. This is the commercial that makes you cry. The one with the dad teaching his daughter how to ride a bike, or the puppy waiting for the soldier to come home. There's a piano playing softly in the background. They aren't selling a car, they're selling a memory. They aren't selling a phone, they're selling a connection. Advertisers are masters of channeling our deepest desires for love, security, and belonging into a transaction. They hijack your emotional brain, bypassing the logical part that says, you have a perfectly good car already. They want you to feel that if you don't buy this product, you are somehow failing your family. That shiny SUV isn't a vehicle, it's a vessel for future happiness. It's incredibly effective because we are emotional creatures. You walk out of that ad thinking about your dad, not about the terrible fuel economy. And that association is so strong that you're willing to stretch your budget to feel that warmth, even if it's just for the duration of a test drive. The Retargeting Stalker. This is the most personal, and frankly, the creepiest one. You browse a pair of hiking boots, just a casual glance. You leave the site. You then go to check your social media, and boom, there they are. The boots are following you. You check the news, and there's the boot again. They play the long game. They're not asking you to buy immediately. They're just staying present, occupying mental real estate. This is the mere exposure effect in action. The more you see them, the more you like them. They become familiar. They become a friend. By the third day, you aren't thinking about whether you need boots. You're thinking about when they'll go on sale. You're annoyed, but also intrigued. Eventually, to get them to leave you alone, you buy them. It's a digital form of passive-aggressive persistence. It works because your brain starts to believe that if they're spending all this money advertising to you, the product must be worth it, right? So, the next time you feel that sudden urge to buy, pause. Ask yourself, am I actually buying a product, or am I buying a feeling, or a solution to a problem I didn't have 5 minutes ago? Advertising is a masterclass in human psychology. Don't be a student who pays tuition. Be the one who walks out of the class. Hit that like button if you've ever fallen for one of these, and subscribe so you don't miss the next lesson in spending less. Thanks for watching.